Hi everybody and welcome to Grade 2. I'm Belinda Smith and I'm the grade head in Grade 2. My fantastic classroom teaching team are Kim Ferreira, Trish Scott and Michelle McCauley. Our Grade 2 pod will be supported by Kabelo Mate, Milani Fashia and our 3 interns Mandisa Kwachube, Lina Sanjita, and Tendo Mukansi. I'm just going to be giving you a little bit of information about how Grade 2 year works. So, Grade 2 is a great year, as the boys are now big boys of the JP, which leads to an increase in their confidence. It is a year of incredible growth, where the boys build on the foundations put in place in Grade 0 and 1 and become far more independent in their learning. It is incredible what they are capable of at the end of the year. Thank you to those who have sent back all the labelled stationery and clean chair bags. If it hasn't been returned with the boys who are at school, please do so as soon as possible. With this increased independence and growth, the boys are encouraged to become more responsible for themselves, their belongings, and their learning. This is reinforced with set routines, which the boys follow daily, which help them to remember what is required of them. For example, packing their own bags, making sure they pack the correct kit and bring the correct items on a given day, handing in their reading books, and doing the morning message board. If your boy is working from home, please ensure that he works to a routine, else it is very difficult to transition back when they return to school. It is important that we work together to encourage these responsibilities by letting the boys do simple jobs by themselves, like packing their lunch, as well as taking consequences when they've forgotten things at home. School starts at 8 o'clock, so if possible, please can the boys get to school by 7:45, as we often read with them before school, and also so they can settle and get through the sanitization station. We finish at 12:45 each day. The boys will be taken up to the car park to wait for their lifts. Please ensure that your son's name is clearly displayed in the car window of whoever is fetching them. We have sent home 3 copies on blue card for this. If we are under lightning conditions, the boys will be kept in class, and whoever is collecting them must please WhatsApp the class teacher to send the boy up. Academics and activities. Our Grade 2 boys have very busy days and are involved in a variety of fun and exciting activities each day. Academic subjects of reading and maths are still done in a very concrete, hands-on way, with many of the activities being done in small groups or partner collaborations. Many of our activities are game-based. The middle room is further literacy and math support and will be taught by Michelle McCauley. Bigger issues, however, will require further remediation. If a child is on medication, please can you let us know the details of the medication and the dosage. The same with any allergies. Please let us know and please make sure you fill in the medical form. All the meds are kept in the sick room on one central place for emergencies. Our daily routines. Daily routines are very important to the boys as they give their day structure, which in turn gives them security. This is both true for school and home. Please ensure that your son arrives at school before the bell goes. The boys get very anxious if they're late for school. As I mentioned earlier, we also do reading before school. And if your son is late, we often do not get time to listen to them during the day. We all know that the traffic is bad around the school, so please can I ask that you make allowances. It is especially important that a good homework routine is started as soon as homework begins to form good habits for the year. The boys will have a homework folder and they must bring it to school every day. On a Monday, a sheet will be stuck into their homework book with the set homework and reminders of what to pack. Please can you sign it every day? It will also be uploaded onto the class WhatsApp group, so if your son is sick, please refer to this. Homework should be about 20 minutes a day. 10 minutes of reading every day except Friday, and try and make it as fun as possible. Your son doesn't have to read a whole book every day. We will be sending home 4 books per week, which we need to get back on a Thursday for sanitizing. Your son will be getting a reading marker, and if you can please try and find the book in the marker and sign that the book has been done. If it is not signed, it will take that the book has not been read and will be sent home again. Later on, we will also be sending home Dolch sight words, and these are words for them to learn to read, not to spell. And then they can color in the star in the top corner, and they practice the same words every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. When we start spelling in a few weeks' time, the boys will get 6 spelling words on a Monday, Tuesday, and a Wednesday. They will stick a sheet that looks like this into their books, which they'll need to code, count the sounds, and then practice it 3 times. I do suggest that they also practice their words in other ways, over and above these 3 ways. There are lots of fun ideas in the information booklet that will be sent home to make spelling fun. A spelling quiz will be done on a Friday, and dictation will also be done to see if they can apply learnt words into their writing. There will also be a bonds sheet for them to complete daily. They will then be doing a mental maths quiz on a Friday, which will incorporate bonds as well as concepts that we've covered in class. And again, if you look in the information booklet, there's detailed information on homework routines and tips for making homework as fun as possible. For our birthday routines, please can you send individually wrapped items such as donuts, cupcakes, and ice lollies. We definitely do still love to celebrate our boys' birthdays. Extracurricular activities. Sport forms part of the school day every day during COVID times and 3 times a week when we return to a normal timetable. Please ensure that your son is comfortably dressed with tackies packed in his bag each day for sport. Once we return to a normal timetable, we also have activities such as concerts, World Cardboard Challenge days, outdoor classroom days, and book week, to name a few. Some of the extra cost extramurals will begin next month. May I ask if anything related to these extra cost extramurals, you kindly speak directly to the coaches involved. The teachers don't have anything to do with these activities. Thinking School. St. Peter's is very proud that we've been accredited as a thinking school. Thinking skills and routines are integrated throughout the curriculum and encourage creative, independent thinking from our boys. One of our weekly routines is what we call Thinking Thursday. This is when we put up a riddle or higher order question for the boys to think about. Getting the correct answer is not what's important, but to see their thought processes and hear the discussions around their thinking. That is what's so valuable. We also use philosophy for children to deepen their thinking, reasoning, and discussion skills. The difference in depth in their thinking from the beginning of the year to the end of the year is incredible to see. World Wide Web and STEAM. One of the important aspects of 21st century education is the use of technology in education. Our boys are exposed to a great deal of IT, which is integrated throughout the curriculum. The boys get to use iPads, the smartboard, coding, robotics to regularly enhance their learning. We introduce them to a variety of apps, teach them basic Google search skills and typing skills. The iPads are used a lot during our units of inquiry, where boys research topics and have to teach what they've learned to the group. Technology is such a valuable tool for teaching boys, as they often do not realize that they're learning while they're using technology. Later in the year in grade 2, we will do a STEAM rotation, where we focus on art, tech, science, and STEM activities. In grade 2, we want each boy to be outstanding. This means we want each and every boy to reach their full potential. We have high expectations, but they are realistic. We all have very good knowledge about the specific needs of 7 and 8-year-old boys and use everything available to ensure that each boy reaches their potential. We understand that not everybody learns in the same way and at the same pace, and allowances are made for each individual's learning style. Activities are designed to cover all learning styles at different times, and concepts are continually reinforced in many different ways to ensure that all learning styles have been covered. Support and assistance is available to those boys requiring additional help, and extension is given to boys who have developed above the grade 2 curriculum. So that is just a little bit of information about our grade 2 year. I would like to welcome all the new families to St. Peter's and hope that they are going to fit in and feel part of the St. Peter's family very soon. I'm sure everybody is going to make them feel very welcome. I would also like to ask you to please support the class moms as much as possible, as they do a lot for teachers, ensuring that everyone knows exactly what is happening, especially now when things are changing regularly. Please make sure that you read all messages, emails, and newsletters to keep up to date with all relevant information. This is going to be an exciting year for your boys. The workload increases, but the foundations are in place from grade 1, so their confidence soars this year. It's important that parents and teachers work together as a team to ensure that we are doing everything in the best interests of the boys. Please can we remind you that we are not available on our phones or email during school time. And if you need to get an important message through to your class teacher, please call Roz and she will ensure that we get it. Please also be cognizant of our own family time and don't contact the teachers after 5 in the afternoon or over weekends unless it is an emergency. I have put up the 3 teachers' email addresses for you to contact the teachers if and when needed. And I just want to take this opportunity to wish everybody an absolutely wonderful 2021. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, grade 2 parents. Welcome to a new year. Welcome to 2021. I'm really hoping that this year will be a lot better than last year. And as we move in, and as I explained the sport lined up for this year, I just really want to re-emphasize, I know I've mentioned it last year, but the philosophy regarding sportsmanship, and I really believe in that we try and instill this in the boys so that they understand and develop respect for not only the sport itself, but their teammates, the opposition, the coaches, the officials, etc. I'm just going to run through the pledge of sportsmanship quickly. I agree that encouragement for everyone is important. I will try my best in everything that I do. I know that mistakes are a chance to learn and improve. I agree to be fair and be a good sportsman. I pledge that I will help to make an atmosphere of healthy competition so that everyone can have fun. Most of you will know me. My name is Callan Cronin, and I'm head of the JP Sport. I have been for the last 2 years. I'm a qualified biokineticist. I'm currently completing my PGCE through Cornerstone. I'm a level 1 cricket coach. And prior to my role in the JP, I had been coaching at St. Peter's for 5 years. I'm a St. Peter's old boy, and I've played in 2 Action Cricket World Cups representing South Africa. Sport has always played a major role in my life, and I have a desire to develop a love for sport and exercise and activity, particularly in this day and age with the lockdowns and with COVID. I really believe in this, that we need to try and get our boys as active as possible, and not just active, but developing a passion and a love for sport and exercise. With regards to sports days, obviously this is going to be a little bit different because of the COVID restrictions. Our timetable has changed, but what I'm going to be talking about is what we are hoping to achieve and go back to some kind of normality. So we'll have, when we get to that, we'll have 2 1-hour sport lessons per week on a Tuesday and a Friday. They will come to school dressed in their sports kit, and they'll concentrate on sport-specific skills and games. And the sport will change during the year according to the season. We will basically be covering athletics, cricket, rugby, soccer, hockey, and basketball. Swimming and tennis will also be a part of that, but that's in their individual PE lessons. Term 1, we'll be focusing on mini cricket, basketball, and phys ed. With regards as to what to wear, don't worry too much about that. I will also be sending out letters. When we get to that stage, I'll send out letters the week before detailing exactly what they need to wear and bring to school. Term 2 will be rugby and soccer. Again, don't worry too much about what to wear. I will send that out. Just at the bottom there, you'll see about the gum guards. For rugby, we do like to introduce them, we get them used to wearing it, because obviously when they move up to grade 3, they're going to be needing those gum guards. And then when it comes to soccer, shin pads as well. And then term 3, we go hockey, back to mini cricket, basketball, and also athletics. What's quite nice here is that they will be used to wearing a gum guard in term 2. So they'll obviously need it again when we do our hockey in term 3. And the shin pads as well. Their PE lesson, so they'll have 1 30-minute lesson per week. This will most likely be on a Thursday if we follow the normal timetable. Here we'll be concentrating on the fundamentals: running, jumping, throwing, catching, kicking, passing, and striking. And during this lesson, swimming and tennis will also be a part of that. We'll obviously do swimming in the summer and then tennis in the winter. I'll explain now. So swimming will most likely be on a Thursday, again, if we follow that timetable, when we go back to normal. It is a life skill. I know I've mentioned these stats to you in the parents' evening last year, but it really is a critical skill to learn. And obviously we'll also have the gala in the 3rd term as well, which we build up towards really not just introducing into the stroke, just trying to refine those strokes, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle, and also just introducing them to a gala scenario, because when they move up to grade 3, just so that they have an understanding of what a gala entails. Obviously, we won't swim if it's too cold, if it's raining, or if it's windy. I will make a call on the day, but please always make sure that the boys come prepared to swim. Tennis, as I mentioned, so tennis will also form part of that PE, that 30-minute PE lesson. This will obviously just start as soon as swimming stops. And don't stress too much about what to wear. A letter also will go out to you. If a boy is sick or can't do sport, please can you send a letter to either the class teacher or to me directly. You can email me. If they have asthma, send a pump to school every day. And as I've mentioned previously, any information I need to know with regards to sport, you can just send me an email. My email address is there, ccronin@stpeters.co.za. Friday matches. So with grade 2, we try and introduce them to fixtures or matches. These will always be on a Friday afternoon. Again, I keep mentioning it, but it's still highly dependent on what we are allowed to do in terms of COVID. In term 1, we'd like to do mini cricket internal matches. The dates, obviously, of those matches will be confirmed based on what we can and can't do. And then hopefully we can get around to doing that this year. I know last year got cancelled last minute, unfortunately, but dads and lads, the scheduled date for that is Saturday the 27th of March. And I'm really hoping that we can actually do that this year. Term 2, football internal matches, venues and dates to be confirmed. Tag rugby internal matches, venues and dates also to be confirmed. Please, with regards to rugby, don't stress. We're not doing any kind of contact stuff. It's all tag rugby and the basic skills of rugby, how to footwork, passing, etc. It's not any kind of contact. Term 3, we'll also try and go back to some mini cricket internal matches. Boys not dressed appropriately obviously won't be allowed to participate in the matches. It's more also just a thing of teaching them what's expected when they move up to the senior prep as well. With regards to these Friday match days, the teams are all mixed. There is no A, B, C, D. They are all mixed. The main emphasis is on participation, enjoyment, and sportsmanship. And the result at the end of the day is not important to me. What's important to me is that they're really enjoying playing their sport, playing the sport that we're doing. They understand the rules of that specific sport, and they're showing good sportsmanship. That's what's important to me. Running through the sports events for this year, I'm really, really hoping we can get to all of them. Like I mentioned, mini cricket matches term 1, dads and lads term 1 as well. Term 2 will be the tag rugby matches and the soccer matches that I mentioned. Term 3, sports day, the swimming gala, as well as mini cricket matches. I've mentioned it before, what we emphasize with all these events. And I really hope for these grade 2 boys this year that we can get to them, because I know that based on previous years, they thoroughly enjoy these. Extra cost, extramurals. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with what we offer. I'm just going to run through it again. Please can you contact them directly regarding the information for their specific sport. You should have the contact details. However, if you need an email address or a cell number, please just send me an email. I'll happily send it on to you, and then you can contact that extramural coach directly. Can I just ask that we keep these extramurals to a minimum, as it can be very tiring for the boys. The extra cost extramurals that we offer: dance mouse, gymnastics, DJ coaching, judo, karate, Northern Stars football, Rugger Kids, tennis, young engineers, and climbing. And that's it. That's all I have to say. That's the lineup for grade 2 sport for 2021. I'm really hoping it's going to be a good year, and if all these restrictions can be lifted, it'll be fantastic just to expose these grade 2 boys to those events that I mentioned. And I'm confident that the grade 2s are thoroughly going to enjoy their sporting year, their last sporting year in the JP, and I'm looking forward to it. So thank you very much.